Hello everyone, it's Chrissy from Chrissy's Beautiful Life. Welcome back to day 9 of 30 Days of Sketches 9. Today's prompt for Dottie Belt Flare is stitching, which I am not going to use, but it was a great prompt to use with this really awesome sketch. So I wanted to get that in there just in case you are using both the prompt and the sketch for this round. I'm also going ahead and using a cut file from Confessions of a Paper Addict. This is one of my last design team projects for Virginia and Confessions of a Paper Addict. I'm taking a little bit of a break to just kind of, it's going to be summer and crazy. And so I knew I wouldn't be able to provide my best work for her. So I'm going to take a little break from there, and hopefully I'll be back with them, at the end of the year if she accepts me back. But yeah, this is a really fun gaming console cut file that I just really love, and I wanted to highlight it and get the idea of this sketch by going ahead and using it as a mist and then spraying it, and it was this mixed media was a hot mess. I don't really know. I was trying to get the circle idea, but then place the cut file back on top of it, and I cut the cut file like 3 times to try to get it right, and it just I was struggling, and yeah, anyways, it was a hot mess. So if you purchase this cut file, you just get the one, and I multiplied it and shrunk it down. And so that was my problem, was I was manipulating the cut file. There's nothing wrong with the cut file itself. It was all me. But eventually I get it to work, and I decided to use purple, red, and green, as I felt like those were fun, kind of bright, colorful, options to work with a back to school photo, and I wanted it to be about Jackson, and I just felt like they worked. They just, instead of doing, I'm not really good with primary colors, like when you think of back to school and like old school back to school and the colors that you would see. I'm not into that. That's just not for me. So I try to kind of have a little nod to that, but make it work for me and the things I like. I'm going to use a little tiny bit of the Legendary collection from Coco Vanilla Studio, mostly just to back as a background for a border, and then I will use it as a single layer for each one of the photos. So there's something there besides just the white background, which I love. That's one thing about the sketch that I think I was drawn to, was the crispness of the white background with 3 circles, a title, and that was it. I think that's what I was drawn to when I picked this particular sketch. And I kind of do that. I mean, it's a little bit different, but for the most part, you can tell I like flipped it, and then you'll see where I add my title is a little bit different. But what I kind of took from it was where it says Bella Boulevard, so you know who created the sketch. That's kind of where I'm going to put my title. So you will see that. And this was all happening right in the middle of or having a little bit of unfortunately, a family member passing in my family, and so there's a lot happening, and I kind of did this layout in the course of 3 days while we were waiting for news and everything, and figuring out if I needed to leave to go to the States to be with my family. So there was just a lot going on, and that's why it's a little bit choppy and it's just a little crazy. But speaking of that, I just want to mention that the remaining of this series on my channel is gonna be a little kind of not there. I think I have up to day 15 done, and that's it. And I'm just not really in the right headspace to be creating a whole bunch. So I'm gonna do what I can, and I will post the days that I get done. But just know, if you realize that all of a sudden there's a fall off and the rest of my 30 days aren't available, that is why. But all the links that are down below for everyone else's channels and everyone participating over on Instagram and on the Facebook group, just please go check them out and enjoy watching them. I will catch up with it hopefully in April to be caught up. And then in June, it's kind of a special thing I'm doing for Series 10, and I'll talk more about that when it comes up. But just so you're aware of kind of what's going on, I'm an open book. I really don't hide much about my life, and so that is why it's going to be like that, and maybe why my voiceovers aren't as spunky as perhaps they normally are. All right, so you can see I'm just adding in a few bits and pieces. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry guys. This layout is all about Jackson going back to school this year. He's in grade 2, and Love and Life has a super cool haircut, which I documented on another layout, and that's just what this is all about. Really had fun creating this and using some stuff up that are kind of school themed, and this awesome cut file from Confessions of a Paper Addict. So here is a close-up of what it looks like, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.